It's Monet again. She's always the problem.
Alright, y'all, you're looking at the title, you're looking at the thumbnail, and yes, get on in here. And before I even get started on today's video, y'all already know the deal. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, get on in here. So I had this idea for the past couple of days now, when it came down to since the death of Lorenzo Tejada, and when everybody finds out about it. Well, mainly when people find out about it, like certain people find out about his death. And I was wondering, when will we actually get or even see a Diana's Revenge, right? Because we know how close Diana was with Lorenzo, and seeing how back in season 1 and 2 of Pablo 2 Ghosts, where Monet didn't want Diana in school. She just wanted her home all the time and just learning about the business, and that was it. She didn't even want her in school. So it's gonna make things a little bit interesting, because I am kind of curious is when will she actually find out about the truth? Because seeing how Monet wants to be back in charge of everything, because she wants to get underneath from Noma's thumb. She wants to get underneath of Noma's thumb. So it's gonna make things a little bit tricky, because the only two people that knows any sort of weakness of Noma would be Tariq and Effie, where they oh, she has a daughter, but they have to track down and figure out who or where is this secret daughter and where she's located. And once when I guess Monet maybe hears about this, I guess she's gonna be on board as well, to be okay, to set up some sort of plan or trap. And I think the trap would probably be maybe simple if Tariq actually lets the cat out the bag and actually tells Noma that it was Monet to have killed Mecca, right? And then they set up this meet or whatever. But then I mean it's a simple plan. I think it's a really simple plan of, okay, let's eliminate, right? Let's eliminate most of Noma's people's, but you got to get rid of Obi. He has to be, but see, it's gonna be tricky because he's always with her. So it's it has to be a way of if they all gonna set up this miraculous plan to get rid of Noma and Obi, you have to take out all her peoples, right? Because she runs a whole unit, so it has to work in order for them to be taken out, and then for maybe Monet and Noma to actually meet, and then Monet be 3 for 3, and she basically not only did she had Lorenzo killed, she killed Mecca, but then she kills Noma, right? And then it's okay, she sets the family free, but then here's the downfall. Even if she's trying to do the best thing, to be well, don't want her kids in the drug business anymore, and trying to save everybody, but it fails because Diana has a plan of either, I wouldn't say killing her, but having her go to jail. Because that's the thing, when we look at Diana's character, she's what's his face? She's Lulu. Because in Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, is literally the same way with Lulu, where Lulu just wants to live his life. He doesn't want to be in a drug game anymore, and he feels he's not free because Rock is constantly telling him I own you, you're not going anywhere, your shit is my shit, right? And Diana's literally the same way, where she can't even escape, she can't even do anything, because Monet is just well, I control everything and you are mine and you're not going anywhere. So I think that the real difference between Diana and Tariq is Tariq always had options. He had options, but he really pissed it all away. He basically killed the only man that was willing to save him and help him, because he knew everything and he was 5 steps ahead of everybody, right? And he was going to teach Tariq those methods as well, but Tariq pissed all of that away. And Diana, she didn't really have any options, because it was always Monet in charge of her life, and she couldn't really move or do anything. And the only person that was willing to have her do these things, and he was going to help her, was Lorenzo, because he was just well, I'm going to have you out this game. And he had a plan to help her, but then Monet stopped it and basically had him killed. But I'm saying it's once when she finds out about this, it's I am wondering, will it be a whole united front type thing? Let's just say if Kane informs them, informs Drew and Diana about oh, he has his suspicions, but then again, it's gonna make things a little bit murky, because he would have known for a long time, well, not for a long time, but he would have known for quite a while that, yeah, Lorenzo was responsible and Monet basically had him killed, right? and it wasn't really the Russians, because all of this stuff that we seeing right now, it's a farce. It's really a farce, because they believe that, oh, the Russians had something to do with it, but the only 4 people that's gonna really know about what really happened is basically Gordo, Frank's wife, Monet, and definitely Kane. They're the only 4 that's gonna know. Wait, did I say 4? Yeah, 4. Yeah, they're the only 4 that's gonna actually know what happened that night, and know that, well, they would, really know that it was really, basically would have known that Lorenzo's death, I should say. But then Kane would have known a little longer, because he would have known that basically Lorenzo accidentally killed Zeke. But again, it's like all this partial information that's going to go around, because so far Kane has been keeping his mouth shut. He hasn't been saying much, because he wants to be the one in control and head of the family, while we see Drew is going to have to step it up, and he's going to have to take control, because, again, Drew is smart, and Lorenzo always chose Drew over Kane. And you have Diana, she's stuck. And I think that with all of this manipulation that's going to go along, I feel like it could be like a united front. I could be wrong, but it would be nice if it would be like a whole united front, where they like, okay, all of them be like, well, Kane told us everything, and we got to send you to jail or whatever. And next thing you know, the cops come, and despite Monet killing Noma and everything, like, well, I did it for y'all, but like, no, you going to jail. But I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I'm thinking, if Diana is gonna get like this sort of revenge, which I kind of want to see Diana to step it up too, as if we all predict, and we say that, oh, it would be interesting if we was to see like a Diana and Tariq putting Kane in jail the way Ghost and Tasha did to Kanan, right? But what if it's not actually Kane, but it's actually Monet? Because even if Diana was to get like some sort of revenge plan, I think she would have to go to Tariq, because I'm thinking that it could probably work, because Monet still leans onto Tariq, because she still gets information from him, and there was another trailer that we seen that they was actually talking. So I'm like, she still is leaning onto Tariq, but since Lorenzo's death, I am kind of thinking that it's gonna be a minute and two, like maybe Diana figures it out, or someone tells her that, oh yeah, Monet has something to do with it, and she was responsible. Then it's gonna be like, well, she's gonna have to get jailed for this, because I don't think she's gonna die, because it's like, come on, Mary J. Blige, star power. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that way, because I think it's gonna be like somewhat of a similar situation to like Ghost and Tasha, where it was like, okay, Tasha tried to have that dude Q to be like, oh, he was the one that killed Ghost, but then they were like, no, he kind of testified and said, no, I didn't do any of that, it was basically you did it. And then that whole thing became a thing, because everyone was pointing fingers at each other saying, no, I didn't do it, no, he did it. Right? So I think it's gonna be a little bit different if they was to decide to like put Monet in prison, because let's just, like I said, even if they was to find out about it, I don't think Kane or Drew would have the stomach to do it. I don't know. They could. Like I said, it could be like a whole united front, but if they can't do it, I feel like she's probably might ask Tariq for help. And I think it might be interesting if they both come to Tariq for help, because keep in mind, Tariq is already going to be pissed off because, Effie and Braden is keeping secrets and never told him about the whole Lauren thing. So that's going to be, he's already going to be pissed, because like I said before, he's a ghost in training. He's basically on training wheels, sucking on a lollipop, trying to become a ghost that he can't be yet. So it's like, I feel like he probably gonna be a little bit burnt out about what they did. I don't think there's like, well, if anyone considers that a betrayal, yes, but we need like a big betrayal, like from what they've been hyping and teasing. All right, so far was Lorenzo. Okay, that stung a little bit, because I felt like he could have done more, but that was a little bit of a sting. But we need something big, something that's big, but and it can't be unexpected either. It has to be like something big. And I think what could be big would be maybe like a Tariq and a Diana team up, and they probably like send her, but it has to be for a reason though. It would have to be like for like a real good legitimate reason for Tariq to betray Monet, because again, Monet leans onto Tariq more, but it has to be like a real legitimate reason for him to even do that. So like I said before, I am kind of curious of how or what Diana's revenge is gonna look like, because again, she's been with Salim and, you know, kind of like doing college and selling drugs on campus, but since Lorenzo's death is gonna put her in a really odd position, because here's the thing. We look at like Power Book 3 Raising Kanan and we see how Rock was always in control and you had like Marvin and Lulu, right? It didn't even hit me until I was like thinking about this over the weekend. I was like, yeah, you got Diana and Drew and Kane. And it's like Drew is the brains, Kane is the muscle, but what is going to make Diana though? Diana's going to have to go through like a serious change for her to either become a Monet or even better. And maybe more ruthless, I should say. Like, it has to be something that is going to, like, spark, like, a change within her where she's going to be like, all right, I'm sick of this. And she might be the one to pull the trigger on Monet or have her go to prison. Because something's going to happen where we are going to see one of those two scenarios happen. It may not happen this season, but it most likely could happen in a later season where I think Diana's going to have to either pull the trigger and we're going to see something from Diana where we're gonna be like, oh, okay, like this is Diana, she's actually moving this way now after like Lorenzo's death, because keep in mind, he was the one that cherished her and she was close with him and he wanted her to not stay home and he was pushing for her to go to college and be free. He had he pushed for all of this, but now that he's gone, I don't think like Monet is just gonna be like, well, I don't think so. I think she's going to probably still put the hold on her like she did in the last 2 seasons of Power. I think she's still going to probably do that and probably like still trust like Drew and Kane to handle things, but Diana, she's, I don't know, she's going to probably still put the hold on her, which is going to piss off Diana even more because she's going to be like, I can't take this. Like, she's too much. And like I said, the only 2 options would be to either kill her or have her go to jail for some shit. And like I said, it would be nice if it was like a whole united front, even though the truth would be manipulated to a degree, but I doubt that would happen. Or it would be Diana asking for Tariq for help, but we'll see. Because like I said, I am curious and I would like to see like a Diana's revenge type deal, but I don't know. Because Monet is moving like a bad woman right now. She 2 for 2. She literally, well, actually, no. She 3 for 3. She 3 for 3 because it was Mecca, Lorenzo, Carrie. Yo, she 3 for 3. I mean, 4 for 4 would be if she was to kill Noma. But I don't know. But let me know in the comment section down below on what do you think Diana's revenge is gonna look like, and will she get some sort of assistance from Tariq or her family, right? How you think this is gonna all go down with like Monet's character in general? Because I mean, she moving like a bad woman right now. She's like she already 3 for 3. She might be 4 for 4. And what you think is gonna be like the biggest betrayal? Because I mean, yeah, like I said, we've had betrayals, and it's just like, oh, the only one that really stung to me was like Lorenzo, because I was just like, I didn't like it too much. Like I thought, like I said, the episode was good, but it was just like, damn, I didn't want him to die. He had more potential and more stuff to do. I was just like, But yeah, you know, like I said, let me know what you guys think of the betrayals and what's gonna be the really big one that's gonna catch everybody off guard and shock us all, like, oh, we didn't see this coming. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you all in the next one.